DPS and the crew are on the other side here. See if I can get to a vantage point. There's a dog. Got people over here. Away from the government, trying to get away from oppression, and the further you go, the further the government comes after you. But they're not offering housing. There's no posters here. It's a violation of constitutional and state law and case law, yet they're abusing their power as officers, and this is what they're going to do to you next. This is what the plan is for the government, is to go after everybody that they can. Not just people that are unhoused, not just people that are poor, but you're next. And they like to shoot dogs. That's another reason we should film them. Because these cops like to mess with children, shoot dogs, rape women, all that kind of stuff. They're pointing at me. They know I'm here. If you're gonna wear that suit, expect to be filmed. All of y'all, sorry about the bumpies. I've been complaining about my own bumpies, so I understand. I don't have a gimbal, and I could do a better job, but this is what it is. It's what it looks like. I can't tell from my screen though if y'all can see the dog without holding it. And if I hold it, it's going to be bumpy. You have to monitor your surroundings out here. You make a lot of movements with your body and head to make sure you're safe under a bridge, next to a, next to a major highway where there's a lot of noise. Oh, speaking of noise, gotta fix my camera. Microphone. There's so much noise out here. I wanted to see if I could make it any better at all for you guys. Yeah, we've got looks like maybe a supervisor from TxDOT, Department of Transportation. You got employees here. Jorgensen was driving around with contractors. I didn't see any of the cleanup crew. The actual cleanup crew, unless these two guys are it. But they do have dirty vests on. They're telling the people they got to leave their homes here. They're not offering housing, not offering anything that's under the state statute. They have to offer property storage. They have to give. They have to have notice. They have to do all these things. Got to keep his dog on a harness leash thingy. Dog's waving its tail, wagging its tail. I mean, waving. Guys over here texting. They might try to arrest me for filming this. Find some reason. Guys leaving with this dog, his bike trailer. Probably got a bike. Possibly has a bike. These guys are just floating in it. All these guys here are getting paid to do this, and they have no shame. If the government asks you to steal from the poor instead of from the rich, would you comply with those orders? Is it fascism to go after the poor without solutions when the government hoards money and the rich hoard money? This guy here is grabbing something. He's got something in his hand there. The DPS has something in his right hand. I'm not sure what it is. Is it a laptop? I don't know. Still looking this way. See the crew kicking people's property? The crew gets to steal whatever they want, throw the rest in the dump. That's what these police have been doing, is they're overseeing theft and violations of the Constitution, violating their oath. The Fourth Amendment gives you the right to be securing your property and effects from undue search and seizure. The 14th Amendment gives you due process of law. That means a hearing. The guy over there is vaping, working for the state and vaping. The Eighth Amendment gives you the right to not have cruel and unusual punishment. And this would be considered cruel and unusual punishment. The punishment for being poor is losing everything that you have and being fined possibly more money that you don't have, which is the opposite of helping people. It's basically right up there with debtors' prisons, slavery. It's right up there. Picking stuff up off the ground and playing with it, having a good time. Throwing it back on the ground. Just having a good time. Everybody's just having a good time out here. Except for the people being oppressed. They're on their cell phones over here. As you can see, 2 people on their cell phones. There's another, no, hold it. Yeah, that's all 3 workers. All 3 yellow vests, I should say. So this guy on the left doesn't have any dirt on him. He's got some work boots, but he's just a supervisor for. He's working for Texas Department of Transportation. He's such a low level that they made him supervisor of this sweep, this text and DPS sweep. The one woman and her bicycle, and the guy's over there with his dog trying to see what he needs to salvage. But, you know, I would go for the stuff closest to them, save whatever you can, and then as they go further back, that usually works, but sometimes they surround you or they'll lie to you or they say you don't have to move this or that, and they take it anyway. These crews work for the city, for the state, for the government. They're abusive, and they're just bad people. They should be in jail. It should be illegal for the government to oppress you without due process of law, without your being secure in your personal effects from a search and seizure, without as cruel and unusual punishment. You're actually doing a disservice to these workers and to these fake police officers here from DPS with their brown shirts on. This target property, they'll throw that away. They don't return cards. They just crush them and throw them in the dump. But what was I saying? Yeah, these oath breakers here. You're doing a disservice to them because you're making them into sociopaths, psychopaths, where they feel like they get off. Oh, there's 3 workers now and a supervisor. There's you see how these cops laughing. See, this shit's funny. You're turning them into sociopaths. If you're trying to help cops, you're not helping any cops by making them become homeless babysitters. You know, the way that this should be done, caseworkers, different agencies, EMS, different agencies should be here to offer housing and care solutions, medical and mental health. Oh, they're messing with them. If I get closer, I have to cross the railroad tracks and they'll arrest me. I think if you go up to, I don't know how to get under here. I mean, I could walk from down the tracks. I think it leads back behind the old Enchanted Forest, which was a super cool place to party, which is another piece of Austin just been gentrified and gone. It's now a condo. Guy's over there strapping stuff to his bike. I think it says dog food or something, possibly. The cops don't care about your dog food. They don't care about your dogs. They don't care about your medical. They don't care about the Target card. They're just following orders. This is back behind PPD. The old PPD over off Bannister Road on the the westbound side of, east of Bannister, under the bridge, where the railroad tracks are, westbound on the service road, underneath. you'll see them parked on the side of the road. So there's a tent that's probably demolished, so he's throwing that away. They're going to use the cart to throw things away with. And they're chasing them out. They're going to chase them out. Chase people out. Maybe steal their stuff behind them. So leave me alone. They're triggering his dog too to go in defense mode. He's got like a little briefcase. Could be a laptop. That DPS officer on the right hand side. The Edgar haircut. There's a lot of dust and debris coming down from the highway traffic. It's raining down like rain. A lot of particulates. I guess I hadn't noticed that. I noticed that the highways are super dirty. That the state doesn't take care of its stuff yet. It wants other people. It wants to go after people when the state can't even take care of its stuff. But it's cool. It's not like the state has a requirement to house people or anything like that. So people are having to go off-roading with their trailer there all the way up this steep hill. Here comes the bulldozer. It's a Bobcat. Not a track loader, it's got wheels. But it's a Bobcat. Decent sized Bobcat for coming and stealing people's stuff. This is what happens in Austin, y'all. This is not trauma-informed care. This is the kind of stuff that makes people snap. Sooner or later, these veterans that these cops are doing this to, and the state's doing it to, are gonna snap. Sorry, is what the veterans have said. Just wait, it's only not gonna take many of them. The veterans are well trained by the government. But yeah, this hurts. This hurts veterans to lose everything they own, lose their pictures of their family, have people rifle through their stuff and determine what they're gonna steal, take home with them. I mean, it's just wrong. Everyone in America that buys anything's a taxpayer. You buy anything. You own anything. At one point or another, you're going to pay taxes. Loading it up. Just loading it up. Load it up. It's cool. So the official count is like 200 and something people died. The dog is barking. He's having a hard time getting this stuff up the hill. Having to pull it. This doggy's in front of him. I mean, behind him, but in front of the cart where it's going up. It's a hard job. They're asking for people to do backbreaking work while they got bringing in bulldozers to carry out their stuff. There goes their stuff, and they're going to try to bulldoze past them while they're trying to get their stuff up, because their trucks and trailers are up at the top. They just drop some stuff, drop some more stuff off their overloaded Bobcat. But yeah, it's a mess. And these guys are out here looking through stuff. Found an exercise bar. These workers playing with the exercise bar. It's the kind that has a big spring in the middle. The Bobcat can't move because the guy's moving the stuff that he was able to take because someone was videotaping. The more you videotape, the less this goes on. Just to let you know, the camera's kryptonite to the thugs. See how they're going through, looking through stuff to see if they can find anything to steal, see what's valuable. This shit's wrong. The cops are putting the flashlights on for them. They're looking through paperwork, looking through these people's stuff. Not securing your personal effects. But this and worse happens. This is happening on camera, and they've already acknowledged that they know that I'm here. Imagine what they do when there's no cameras. They kill and rape and pillage and plunder and do all sorts of terrible things in your name, Texas. If you're from Texas, you live in Texas, this is in your name, Austin. If you're in Austin, this is against your people, Austin. These are people that were evicted by the system. A lot of people during COVID, a lot of people from the VA, that the VA didn't help their veterans, or there was too many blockages. Some of these people are my friends that live on the streets. Yeah, they're going through their stuff, throwing their stuff around. Right now they're just pilfering. They're not trying to throw things away. They're just pilfering, and they're all doing it together. You see how they're all doing it together? Now that cop dropped that thing. No, he still got something in his hand. Whatever you allow is what's going to be allowed. Whatever you allow is what's going to be allowed. Somebody's blanket. So we got cold. It's going to be cold soon. This is what the state says, the governor says it's going to help people not freeze to death, is removing all their survival gear and not giving housing. So as you notice, there's no housing people. There's no people with clipboards and laptops here to do case management, to do housing intake, to even register people. They're just stealing people's stuff. You know, if they see a speaker or Bluetooth speaker, they'll take it. If they see some tools that are valuable, they'll take it. You know, if they see anything, they'll take it. The cop does have a laptop, but they're not registering people. He's just using it, check warrants? I don't know what he's doing. You can check those on the radio. Still looking at me. What's wrong, dog? You got crisis? So now they're going to go, so while these people are pilfering, these cops are going to go up there and hassle people, I guess. So now I need 2 camera people. One to cover this and one to cover the pilfers behind. And another to go interview people. If anybody wants to come interview, send me the video, please. Interview the people up on the top. They're on the access road to Ben White, going towards Bannister, going westbound on Bannister, access road. They're going to be up at the top with all their the belongings that they could salvage, all the belongings they could salvage. Comes this kid, this young guy here. Gonna try to haul this thing. At least it's got 2 wheels, but whew, looks heavy. And that's just what he could take. Oh, some stuff fell off his trailer. That's not good. You guys up here a little bit. They just ran over that guy's stuff that was dropped there. They just totally ran over the Bobcat. They know that guy's trying to save that stuff. They told him he could have whatever, and now they're backing up over it again. Almost. They're impatient to get these people stuff, to steal stuff. There's no patience level, there's no training, there's no nothing. These guys are just working on their own, doing whatever they want, without any real oversight. The cops aren't enforcing any laws, apparently. How would the police officers like it if someone stole their laptop? You don't think homeless people might have a laptop or a cell phone or some kind of camera or something? And the cops oversee it. That's destruction of personal property. That should be a crime. Still going through people's stuff over here, filling up carts full of people's stuff, sorting what to keep and what to throw away. Think of the power over others to be able to steal people's property with impunity, under color of law, with the cops backing you up with their guns if necessary, all their weapons if necessary, rifling through people's belongings, looking through their containers and paperwork, looking at their medical information, personal information, their HIPAA-protected documents, including the documentation on their pill bottles, on their medicines, their prescriptions, scripts as they call it. Clearly going through people's belongings and not just throwing them away. That's what's obvious here. Let me get you guys stationary. Hold on. One of the crew is a heavy equipment operator, or a light equipment operator, I should say. stash. It's his personal stash. The cops are watching him, looking, and when it seemed to motion towards him, they didn't care. So the police and the TxDOT supervisor condone and don't punish theft, because the whole operation's theft. So when you're stealing everybody's stuff, you can't steal from something that's already stolen. Apparently, it's all stealing. Stealing is acceptable at all levels. So what's this goon doing over here? Those black bags are the ones that dropped off that man's cart that he was trying to save. They're just going to run him over. They're not going to set him to the side or be decent human beings at all, because there's nothing decent about this. The whole thing's indecent. Now the cops are going to bug off, so more injustice can be done. They're all hiding. Catching the vape pipe. So yeah, the stash that he's keeping is behind that column there. That column. And so they're going straight past it. They have a demarcation line where there's a chain down there. No, is that a chain? I don't know what that is. Something shiny. But they have a demarcation line from where they don't steal from themselves. They steal from others and get to keep whatever. Now they're going to look through stuff more. Piece by piece, they're going to see what they want, what they don't want. Got a couple of chairs, a little table, a rug. This guy's picking his stuff up over here, looking at it. He's taking pictures of the stuff that he's stolen. Put it online or showed it to his kids, whoever he's giving it to, selling it to. They can pawn stuff out here. There's a whole side income here for the TxDOT's crews to come and steal. And we've even seen police officers put stuff into their car. So this makes me sick to watch this. Not everything poor people has is stolen. Remember, I was homeless and poor too, and I had plenty of stuff, and I didn't steal, so I didn't have plenty of stuff, but I had my things, and they were my things, and I would have been mad if the government would have done this to me. And you should be mad that the government does this to others in your name with your money. That Bobcat alone would house a lot of people. The money for that Bobcat alone, the money for these police officers, they're making, you know, over 100,000 a year, a lot of them. That money could go into helping citizens not to be homeless. And, you know, with all the money that the cops have stolen from those tax parasites have stolen, it'd be a damn shame if a lot of cops ended up losing their jobs and going homeless. Make it so. That would be justice in my book, or at least karma. A mass defund of the criminal industrial complex is necessary. This is DEI. This is fraud, waste, and abuse. There's no recycling. There's no care for the law. There's no care for people. It's just steal, steal, steal. I think's picking up that tinsel. Making micro-trash everywhere. Fraud, waste, and abuse. And then when they go down the road, that stuff blows down out of the trailers because they don't properly cover them. Blows out the trucks and trailers. Sometimes they'll have a crane truck. The city has lots of crane trucks with resource recovery. The state uses, what's it called? Now I forgot. If you're watching this, what's that environmental company that's supposedly environmental? CRI, or I forget what they're called, but yeah, that's the state's contractor. Alright, well, I'm going to see what DPS are up to. There's some honking going on. Not sure what that's about. Lots of street art down here. Lots of street art. Ray was here. I hope it's not the same Ray I know. I haven't seen that Ray in a long time. Yeah, this is PPD up there. There's a tunnel. I'm all for cleanup, but there's one way to do it and there's one way not to do it. And the government always finds the wrong way to do everything. You ever notice that? They all went up there. And there's a cross for the fallen, for all those that died through the oppression and the lack of the negligent homicide by the state. It's just disgusting. All right, y'all. Flex your muscles. Make stuff happen. Let's have voluntary cleanups. Let's pay people to clean up. We've got a whole army of people out here that could help. Let's get people into housing. People in housing can also help. You don't have to be homeless to help. Let's do things. Let's figure something out, because this ain't working. You guys you actually have to help people, and that's what's the intention of the law. But the intention of the law is being broke by bad cops. Bad cops everywhere, justice nowhere. All right, y'all. Stay tuned. Subscribe, share, and just do something. Y'all organize. Do something, all right?